Yo, what's up, guys? What's going on? What's up? What's up? My other light is not working, and I don't know why. What's going up, Jay? Demon, what's up, dude? Chris, Alpha Tango, first in the room. Let's go. I'm not sure what is what's going on with that, guys, but I'm trying to figure it out. Yeah, I'm not sure why that's not working, but what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the live stream, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it, guys. How's everybody going? Everybody ready for 4th of July and just absolutely blasting? Where I been, bro? I was off yesterday because I still needed some rest from the trip, Chris, but then we were we were streaming. I think we missed one stream. We took Sunday off and we streamed Saturday. We streamed we missed Sunday, and then I streamed Monday, and then I missed yesterday. Demon says it's crazy how much the PTR killed the game. Yo, Pete, what's up, dude? The PTR was not done very well, man. There were some very exciting things about the PTR, but it just did not hit like or probably everybody expected it to. I'm trying to figure out why my other light is not working at all, which is just weird, but like it's just not picking up. Do this. Do this right here.
Okay.
Yep.
10 seconds and the two positions hold like 3 times. Okay.
See if this thing comes back up.
I have the reset button. There's no power button.
Yeah, do that. Yo, John, what's up, man? Yo, Pete, how's it going, dude? It's going good. How are you, man? First day back to my regular job, guys, and it was...
That was 10 seconds.
Now turn the key light on. Oh, there it is. I got it. Okay. We got it.
Aha! Let there be light.
Oops, wrong thing. Wrong keyboard. Wrong keyboard.
If you had a dime.
They said they need to lose the B team or A team this season. Yeah, it's something like that, man. It always seems like, cause let's see, like last season I get it, right? Because like that was just like general stuff, but it definitely seems like the odd team just continues to dominate, because this season is all the even, or yeah, it's the even team that's crushing. Yo, Killa, what's up, man? Jay, what's up, dude? When are they showcasing Spiritborn? So we get to test this month, and then they'll be talking about stuff after the 18th, Jay. So after the 18th. Because 18th, I believe, is another campfire stream, I believe. They just don't get it for some reason, and it hurts the game. Yeah, it was, because when you think back on it, right? Like, what other season has had this many bugs? Like even the PTR for season 4 didn't have this many. You know what I mean? So it was kind of weird. They just don't get it for some reason. Will you just turn that off, turn it back on?
Like unplug it?
Push
reset.
No, hit the power button.
There is no power button.
Yes, there is. There's a switch right below.
Oh, I see.
Do it again. God, man, I don't know why this light is not... I mean, it's working now, but that's weird. I will not play Spiritborn, probably if it's like the Witch Doctor from D3. Yeah, we don't know, man. We don't know what it's going to be like. It's going to be interesting. Mr. X, what's up, dude? Welcome back. You hope the odd team isn't running Spiritborn. Well, season 6, because October 8th, so it should be season 6. What maintenance are they doing, Demon? If Spiritborn isn't like Monk, I'll just main Druid. Good or reliable. I mean, so like, what do you guys think? Let me go full real quick. Trying to make sure that the stuff is up. Now, guys, I want to showcase here really quickly that, like, I went in, I made an announcement, guys. So if you guys have questions, and there's stuff that you guys want me to kind of answer as I'm testing and having answers to give you guys, definitely go into the Discord and boom, do this. Console gaming quest. That's funny. And drop questions here that you guys kind of want me to answer, or things that I should be looking at while I'm testing the new class and expansion. So if you guys have questions for that stuff, paste it all here. Put it all in there, man. Turn the lights back on, Nova. I don't know why the one accessory is just not working correctly. So like if I turn it on, it's like so bright, it's just not working in the Elgato control center, man. It's just not working for whatever reason. I don't know why. It's just being silly. It's just being silly, man. Like one is working just fine, but the other one is not, obviously. Yep. And like it's popping up even in my add accessories, but it's just not connecting for whatever reason. Pretty sure that's it. Now I kind of want to log into my thing. Yeah, it's just not working at the moment, guys. Nice, Chris. That's awesome, dude. It's taking forever to connect, man. These things are so silly. It's so bright. The DLC should be hard, Jay. It should be hard, right? I would think so. He's got all the toys now and you're broke. I don't know why it's not connecting. But anyway, we're just going to have to leave the camera off tonight, guys. Let me try one more thing, guys, real quick. Oh, nice. Let's see if that works. Yeah, it's hard for most builds. I was able to cheese some of it with a really strong build. Yeah, but it should be hard. I mean, what was that one guy's comment? Who was the game creator comment from what game said that if there's a game for all players, it should be a game for no one? Who said that about Robert? What's up, man? Who said that about Elden Ring? Which game creator was that? Dev. Wasn't that for gosh, I can't remember who was that for. But I thought it was like a very weird comment because Elden Ring unanimously is like loved by absolutely everybody. So like it was kind of funny. I don't know why somebody would say that about Elden Ring. Like Elden Ring is absolutely crushing. It's taking forever to connect. Gosh, what's my IP? Oh, I can look. Put it up again? Nah, it's terrible. It's so bright, dude. It's so bright. The final boss took you 3 days and over 100 deaths. It was no joke. Other than that, I steamrolled the DLC. That's awesome, man. Everybody has loved that DLC from what I understand. What do you think think about having to spend a resplendent spark to reset a bricked item? So Mr. X, that's a very bad idea. One, think about how many items you brick. And then two, think about how hard it is to get a resplendent spark. Because also keep in mind that going forward, there isn't going to be the Iron Wolves storyline for you to just make infinite characters and get a resplendent spark. So in season 5, if you've already defeated Lilith, well, you don't get that spark. So the only spark that you're going to get is from defeating your first level 200 boss each season, or excuse me, and Lilith, so you can still get those two. So you can get one from each of those, and then when you find an Uber Unique. And then think about how hard it is to find Uber Uniques. And why would I salvage an Uber Unique to reset a bricked item? So a spark is not the answer, because it has to be something that's a little bit more common, right? Like it'd have to be something that's more common. It would have to be something that's way more common. A 100%. A responding spark is way too high of a cost. Way too high of a cost. Now, I think there should just be a way to extend it, but a reset, I don't know. I don't know. Try resetting that one more time.
Like a reset or turning it on and off?
Just pull the plug out, plug it back in. All right. Why is it not popping up in the control center? Oh, there's firmware updates. Now, I do think it's a big problem with the bricking, but I think the devs probably want us bricking items so that way we can continue gear grinds. Where it gets really finicky is when you find like a 2GA or a 3GA item, which is very hard to find, especially one that you need for your particular build. And then 2, once you find that item, then you brick that item and then it's just lost, because finding like non-GA items over and over again for a build is very easy to do. So a good example of this is my barbarian, right? So my barbarian, I have 3 non-GA items in my weapon slots because they're very common. Lucen, what's up, dude? Like my 2-handed mace and my 2 swords, like the stat priorities for these items are very easy to get. So like these items bricking aren't a big deal, right? But oh, what if I brick these gloves that I want, you know? Or what if I brick a GA grandpa, or not a GA grandpa, but like these items are really easy to find. Maybe, I guess. Well, yeah. So yeah, Mr. X, when you're thinking about it, you got to think about the majority, not like a hardcore grinder, and that's a really hard thing to do, because it's like, for example, up to season 3, we had over 60 or almost 70% of the player base could not reach level 100. They could not do it. So if they're not reaching level 100, what makes you think that they're getting sparks to reset a gear piece? You know what I mean? That's why this season they made it so easy to level up. That's why it's so easy, because they had the majority of the player base could not reach level 100. So if they couldn't reach level 100, then how do you expect them to get sparks? You know what I mean? So oh. No. Oh, don't reset it off. Yeah. Pierre's no, don't. Pierre's video was good. I'll have to watch. Can somebody send me Pierre's video and I can watch it? But now it's super easy to get 100. We also get so many raw mats. Well, again, we got so many raw mats because of the Iron Wolves quest. That is not going to be here in season 5 and beyond. So unless the devs decide to keep something like this, where in season 5, of course, we have our brand new storyline, but if in that storyline we also get the same mats, then that's good. But again, you got it. So like Mr. X, you got to think about it from the casual perspective. That's why when we talk about like builds and stuff, there's so many builds and so many players that are never going to be able to, you know, play at the high end. That's why they lowered the difficulty in the pit so players could get to this resource. Okay, restart. Turn it off, turn it back on. All right. War, watch the video? Yeah, dude, I'll watch it. Yeah, man. So yeah, Mr. X, I agree with you, man. Like they're definitely, it's definitely a problem, right? Like there's definitely a problem with bricking items and tempering, and the devs definitely need to fix it. Okay. All right. Well, I'll have to do that after. power it off.
Okay.
All right, guys, my lights are busted. I got to restart my entire PC for the update, so we're gonna do no camera tonight. Anyone else for the First Descendant servers? I haven't played it, but that looks good. Lucian said, to be honest, I'm thinking of sitting out season 5. It's going to go away, and people are. Well, it is going to be a short season, so keep that in mind. It is going to be a short season. You've been waiting all day. Yeah, I've heard. I saw on TikTok that the servers are down for that. I could use that sword, and I could use that sword. Yeah, I could use 2 of those. Chris, I could use these 2. The Earth Strikers one and the Dust Devils one. I could use both of those. Yeah, Chris, if you want to pop in real quick, and we'll trade these real quick, and then we'll watch this video. We'll watch this video and see what he says. Did somebody send it to me via Discord? Demon did? Okay. Not a good start. It's only 2 months long. Yeah, it's very short, Lucian. It's very short. It's a very short season. It's like barely 2 months. Because you got to remember, what is it now? It's July. So right now we got 3 months exactly. 3 months and 5 days until the DLC drops. So, and we have 1 more month of this, right? So we have 1 more month of this. So we're going to be going into September or August. And then we have 2 months from August to October 8th, which is the brand new DLC. So, oh crap, hold up. Let me trade real quick. Yeah, if they extended season 4, that would be fine. And instead of making it season 6, they just made it season 5. Bear Claws in Elden Ring. Dude, that would have been so cool. Yeah, both of those are fine. Because I'm pretty used to it. Yeah, I'm using vulnerable damage. Yeah, because guys, we're at the point now where like there's not a lot to do in season 4 anymore. There's not really much to do. So I'm glad that now in season 4 it lasted almost as long as we needed it to. So here we go. So this is what we do with these items. Now we got to temper a couple things on here. We need Dust Devil size. 21% is very low. That's very bad. Nope, not Dust Devil damage. Nope, not Dust Devil damage back to back. Not Dust Devil damage back to back to back. Dust Devil size, that's good. But now we need to redo this one because 21% is very bad. All right, 24% is better, I suppose. And now we'll go waste our very limited leftover rolls and try to get critical strike damage. And if we can get that, we'll be sitting pretty good, man. Extending season 4 is not the right choice. I don't know, man. I don't know if having a very short season 5 is the way to go, but you know what I mean? Marksman damage. Here we go. Last roll. Oh, and that's a brick sword. Next one. Marksman. Marksman. We may get this one. I doubt it, though. We may get this one. I doubt it. We just got marksman damage 3 times in a row. And we got critical strike damage, almost a max roll on the final roll. Let's go. So we got 1 out of 2. Very nice. Very nice. 1 out of 2. Very nice. Having a short season 5 will be better than extending an already dead season. Well, I don't think season 4 is dead. I don't think season 4 is dead for players. For players like us that are grinders, it's pretty dead because there's not a whole lot left to do. But for anything else, oh, it's dead as in streaming. Well, I mean, for players, it's not dead though. That's how you got to think about it. For most players, season 4 is not dead, so extending it wouldn't be a bad idea. Because there's still a lot of players that really are enjoying season 4 just like we are, but because there's still a lot you could do in the game. But I almost want to check out that First Descendant. Moxie and Dat Mods are playing it right now, but the servers are down, which is a bummer. People are what is it? Is First Descendant supposed to be like the new Destiny? Is that what this is? The new Destiny? That's what it looks like. Looks like the new Destiny. Blaze, dude, what's up, man? 12 months, my guy. It looks a lot like Destiny. All right, here we go. Let's appreciate the love there, Blaze. Thank you, man. You're the man, dude. Let's check out this video and see what he's talking about here, man. See what he's talking about.
Oh, well, it's all right, considering it's season 4, just worse. There is, however, one thing that is amazing about this season, and that is that there is still more than a month left to fix this piece of shit. So this is my season 5 feedback.
Let me know if the sound is good, guys.
Season 4 feedback while we're at it. All right, so apart from everything being bugged on the season 5 PTR, why do I think
it sucked, man. I really love that the devs are doing PTRs for the last 2 seasons, and hopefully they keep doing it for every season going forward. But man, the amount of bugs is just crazy.
It's kind of dog shit. Well, damn, let's start with the new endgame, the Infernal Hordes. Yep, you're looking at it. I guess the odd seasonal team is back at it again, because as it currently
the odd seasonal team
stands, I don't see how anyone could enjoy this piece of shit. It's basically the same as arenas in Last Epoch, which coincidentally was the most hated feature of the game.
True.
So, yeah. Let's try to salvage what we can. And we're starting off with the biggest piece of shit in here, and that is the timer. Yes, it's time gated, so you're basically stuck in here for 10 minutes. I know that player retention time gives Bobby Kotick a massive hard-on, but he's gone now, and you can stop doing this to us now. So you're basically standing here and waiting for the timer to run out. On top of that, the layout is fixed. Anyone else getting Gauntlet flashbacks? Yeah, that turned out great. Okay,
yeah,
so what's the
Gauntlet's
solution?
Terrible.
Well, damn, my man, remove the timer.
Dude, the Gauntlet just absolutely faded away, didn't it, guys? They just need to remove the game mode altogether. It's so bad.
Obviously, the timer should be the maximum time you should be able to stay in here, such as the pit, not a forced timer you need to wait for. It's just awful. The second piece of shit being that it's boring being stuck in here in the first place, but that's just the way it is, since Blizz has already programmed it into the game. The third being these. You have a few options to choose from, basically granting you
these need to be your Banes and Boons. These need a huge improvement. These need a huge turnaround. These need one of the biggest improvements as far as the game mode.
Some kind of buff, along with buffing your enemies. Some of these are just fucking stupid. For example, you can gain movement speed. Where are you supposed to run off to, I may ask? Well, damn, my man. Back to Season 4, I reckon. You're at the same time buffing your enemy's damage, and you're going to run faster. And finally, the only piece of shit that could possibly compete against the timer. The rewards.
Oh, yeah,
you're in here for 10 minutes or whatever, and then you're greeted by one legendary, pretty much. I mean, come on. I'd also like to mention that these compasses that you need to begin an Infernal Horde are the exact same compasses, yet they don't stack for some reason. And what does this mean? Well, after running Hell Tides, I kept getting my bags full of these assholes and had to keep running to the occultist to salvage them. Make them stack. Thank you. All right, so that's the new end game. Hopefully the raids coming in the expansion will be good. Because
God, I hope they are, man. I hope they are.
Next up are the pit changes. Wait, what? Pit changes again? Yeah. Some are probably just bugs, however, that I sent over to the developers, aka the devs in China that Blizz is paying to make the game. So let's focus on what actually changed, and that is the boss fight. In a pit run, you're spending half of the time killing the boss. That's just a fact, and you're most likely spending even
I don't
more
know what
time
build
than
he's
that.
playing, but that boss
So
should
here's
be
what
dead
they did to
already.
fix that. They added a stacking debuff from the boss that one-shots you if you get hit by any of the boss mechanics. Yep, that's right. The same debuff that the tormented bosses put on you. If this debuff stays in the game, I just don't see myself pushing the pit ever again.
Yeah, I
Being
wouldn't
forced
do
to
that.
dodge every mechanic as a melee class for up to 10 minutes is just pure pain. Blizz already nerfed the boss damage to the point where the one-shots were avoidable and pit runs felt good. And now they brought the one-shots back yet again. Please, man, just remove this. And while you're at it, it's time to nerf the boss health. 2/3 fighting regular packs of enemies, and 1/3 fighting the boss should be the aim for the highest of pit-pushing builds, not the other way around. Adding a stacking debuff on top of this will make the pit unplayable when you're trying to push. Also, while we're
That
on the
is
topic
true.
of the pit, let's remove or nerf the reduced material cost when you're playing in a group, shall we? There's currently no incentive at all to play in a group. If I could boost some shit newbies or play with some of my amazing viewers, then that would be awesome. As we're talking about group play, let's see the changes to the Hell Tides. Blizz nerfed the Baneful Heart drop rate to the absolute gutter.
Yep.
I was getting a handful of them per Helltide run, if even that, meaning that Blood Maiden farming is dead.
Yep. Blood
And
Maiden
what is
farming
the
next season,
reasoning
guys, will be
behind this?
absolutely dead.
I don't know, man. I guess they don't want us to keep summoning the boss. But the last time I checked... Wait one sec, just need to double check.
KLAs.
It's killing.
There it is, those dang one-shots. I gotta make sure I mute this guy so I don't get flagged on my channel. Odd team, you're fired? Dude, I don't know what they're thinking.
Yep, it's indeed a fucking MMO. Not completely, but to some extent. While I do agree killing the boss over and over is repetitive, just buff the regular enemies or whatever to incentivize people to blast some other stuff as well. For example, the events. There are also two major issues with the Hell Tides in Season 5. The most important one is that it's kind of boring. The Profane Mind Cage was just insanely goated.
It's
spitting
so
out
good, man. I
enemies
hope they
all
keep
over the
that.
place and granting us somewhat of a challenge. So the solution, bring it back please, and let it stack, so the best of builds can get a challenge as well. Currently, enemies are just dying from me looking at them, which is giving me pre-season 4 vibes.
Pre-season
And the
4
second
vibes.
reason being the loss of seasonal elixirs. The Holy Bolt and Momentum elixirs was insane for Helltide farming, and
Yeah, I
love
hope
them.
those come back.
Definitely make sure to keep these as the new season launches. They were insanely fun. I definitely think that the nerfs to the Holy Bolt elixirs turned out pretty damn good, making it an excellent speed farming elixir, but not a must-have for
Yep,
pit
I ran
pushing.
Holy Bolt in the pit.
All right. And
And the
next up is
momentum in the
balancing.
Helltide.
Let's cover the new items. Adam Jackson must have been on vacation as Blizz launched the new items
Said Adam Jackson must have been on vacation.
because some of them are completely build defining for every build in the game. Namely, the new General Helmet, Amulet, and one-handed sword.
Yep.
Adam explicitly stated that there should not be items that are a must-have for every build. And well, these are. I don't really see the current values of these making it into the base game because they're too heckin' good. And that's fine.
Yeah,
Just
why do
nerf
that?
shit. What is a problem, however, is that I believe builds have been tuned down to accommodate for these insane items. Let's take Bash, for example. Blizz gutted the Bash Cleave Tempers by 5. At the
Yeah, they
same
did.
time, these new items were added, making the build equally as strong, if not stronger. And if I ask you, my beautiful viewer, What do you think will happen to these builds as the new season launches? Yeah, see you in the fucking trash along with all the Sorcerer builds, I guess. There are, however, a few of them that are insanely fun. As I'm a brain-dead shit-smelling barb enjoyer, I obviously enjoyed the third blade, for example. This is a build-defining item, but it's not broken. It simply opens up new playstyles. I like this a lot. Clap, clap. Another dogshit change when it comes to the balance, however, are to the Paragon nodes and glyphs. While I do understand that capping the damage on glyphs and nodes make balancing easier, it simply makes build more boring. This is happening to all classes, but let's take the Barb for example. Previously, the Blood Rage node was capped to 30%. Now, Hemorrhage is capped at 45%. Alright, so that should open up new playstyles, right? That doesn't utilize these as much. Not really, you're just making sure to get everything capped. Playing different builds becomes all about solving different caps. Using bleeds as an example, this means we need 30% for Blood Rage, 45% for Hemorrhage, cap the resistances, and cap the armor. While we previously had the option to stack different multipliers as efficiently as possible, we're now just capping shit out and leaving them. So let me give you another brain-dead barb enjoyer example.
In a lot of those caps, you can't even reach. You can't even max them out, especially like cooldown.
The entirety of Season 4 has been all about maxing out the Gushing Wounds passive, making calculations and testing of the optimal ratio between crit damage for this passive along with vulnerable damage to stack the Hemorrhage node. A build maker's wet dream. And what is happening in Season 5? Well, damn my man, cap out Hemorrhage and then stack all crit is what is going to happen. Boring as shit. Do this to every node, and you'll basically have the same build running around with every setup. I don't know, my man, I just think it's fucking boring. Let me know what you think. Alright, so that's a bit about the balance coming in Season 5. So what about the balance between all the different classes? Well, other than what I just mentioned, let me summarize it for you. Flay was the best build in Diablo 4, and it got buffed. Yeah. Other than that, rogues are cooking hard. Barbs are somewhat cooking, but will get shit on when the new uniques are nerfed. Necros are cooking with Bone Spirit, but other than that, they're pretty shit. Minions got nerfed for some reason, no clue why. Druids were shit, and now they're even shittier since their Thunderstruck nodes was capped. And Sorcs are shit because they're sorcerers, I guess. Alright, and what's the solution then? Well, the most obvious one is to buff the Sorcerer and Druids. And I don't mean a 10% buff to rabies or 5% charging bolt buff. I'm talking about a 20x buff to some of the spells here because they're so insanely underwhelming. It's time to make Druids great again. Sorcerers can remain shit though. I don't really care. So what should the baseline of classes be? Well, I believe that Rogue and Necro are currently the most balanced classes. The Barb should be brought down slightly, but definitely not 5x when they nerf the new items, and please, for the love of God, stop capping everything in the game, because it's just plain boring and bad game design. And nerf Flay, it's obviously insane.
Yeah, you saw that in the notes, Chris. They nerfed Sorc some more for Season 5 PTR, and then they buffed Barb and gave Barb those brand new powers to make it even stronger. So Season 5, dude, we play Barb.
Insanely broken, and the buffs that Flay keeps getting is weird to say the least. Okay, that's the balance. Next up is some PTR feedback. First being, you're not going to get any meaningful feedback when you time get every activity. And what in the hell do I mean by this? Well, the codex and tempering manuals were not unlocked as you arrived on the PTR. On top of that, you didn't receive any of the new uniques except the shitty ones. The only way to farm these new uniques reliably was to run whispers, meaning you would have to run 100 whispers if you wanted to test out all the new uniques unless you're a streamer that got all of the items handed to you. This is just brain dead and means that you will only be getting feedback from German streamers and wherever the hell Woody Joe is from. And perhaps the bald guy in a hoodie. I'm simply not going to run 100 whispers just to test out all the new uniques. It ain't happening, my bro. On top of that, you also need to grind hard just to get materials for some reason. I doubt people will be running the pit just to upgrade the new items. And what's bad with that, you ask? Well, you're not going to get any meaningful balance feedback unless people try out the new items when they're actually masterworked and in the end game. Well, damn. Rant is over. Back to trying out some shitty druid builds, I guess. Can't wait to get back to Season 4 LMAO.
Feast! Feast!
This would not be an issue.
Is this the one, Demon? Is this the video? Sorcerer will be the best in Season 5. Is this it? Go back to the start. All right, let's listen in.
Game, because this class is just god-awful. It's been a week of the Season 5 PTR in D4 now, where I've tested as many builds as possible from all classes. To try and improve the game, obviously. No other reasons. Fine. I'm broke as shit and need that YouTube drip. Don't judge me. But in any way, when it was time for the Sorcerer, it became apparent just how shit this class truly is. And why do I even care? Well, damn, my man, it's probably the most fun class in the game, but I'm forced to avoid it like the fucking plague due to how god-awful it is. But this is not going to be me ranting for an entire video. Rather, we'll discover what makes the Sorcerer class shit and what needs to happen to make it an actual class. And to understand the former, let's go back in time.
Timmy, give your meat a good old rub. That's it. Nice and hot. Hot and
Back to a simpler time, when dinosaurs roamed the earth and Bobby Kotick was doing Bobby Kotick stuff. Some call it Season 0. I simply call it the pre-Para gaming era. Back then, Sorcerers was somewhat shit, but it was still dishing out some decent damage. The main issue back then was only dealing damage when enemies were crowd-controlled, meaning the class's main weakness was bossing. But I'd still say the class balance was better than it is today. Fast forward to Season 1, also dogshit, but it didn't matter as we didn't have any endgame. Season 2, even more dogshit. But hey, Mr. Paragaming, wasn't that the time when ball lightning was dominating the entire game? Yeah, my man, but spoiler alert. It was due to it being bugged. Well, I call it the ball fondler because you'll be fondling more balls than you can handle. Ah, good times. Season 3. Probably the most dogshit the class has ever been, seeing as the barbarians and rogues just kept getting stronger, leaving the poor sorcerers behind. But no endgame meant it barely made a difference. And then we have Season 4 and the 5 PTR. While Sorcerer does have some fun builds this season, they're all at least 20 tiers below the other classes in the pit, with one exception, the Fire Kuna Immortal Shatter build. And spoiler alert again, this is also bugged and fixed in Season 5, and costs like 40 billion gold. Alright, so what do they actually have? Well, damn, Firebolt without the Shatter is doing pretty well. But there's a problem with that one as well. Yep, you are correct, my man, it's being absolutely gutted in Season 5. And it's also boring as shit. Staying immune with Flame Shield is gone, Ice Barrier is nerfed, and Blizz put a cap on the Burning Instinct legendary node, meaning we were doing less damage than all the other classes while completely ignoring defensives and staying immortal, and still received a massive damage nerf. But now you're probably like, hey, Mr. Para Gaming Big Dick Senpai, I'm rocking a Sorcerer, I'm level 69 and it's feeling amazing. Yep, I completely agree with you on that one. So let's pull out my old Sorcerer out of retirement and see where everything is going wrong. Let's start with the aspects and uniques. Nothing wrong here really, and they've got a bunch of cool and interesting ones. While still relying on staggering enemies, we have been getting more and more generic damage boosting ones which are great, so nothing wrong here. All right, what about the skill tree then? Well,
I don't know, man.
considering these are spread between
right now he hasn't had any suggestions. Let's see.
Cold, fire, and
yeah,
lightning,
Toke, we're gonna do some
they're
farming
slightly
today, man.
more
We're just
difficult to use for big dam,
we're just
but
watching
some
this
of them are still quite
because Demon in the community felt like he had some good suggestions on sorcerers for next season.
decent. And then we end up in the key passives. This is where it turns to shit. Because all of these are just god-awful compared to a rogue or barbarian, for example,
Oh,
with
yeah.
the main issue being that we have absolutely nothing to scale. None of these scale with better gear, meaning there's a cap in how much damage we can deal.
This is true.
They're also complete trash. Let's compare these
That's why every build right now, you have to run Shatter. You have to run Shatter. You just have to.
with the barbarian, for example. Unconstrained and unbridled rage already does 3 to 5 times the damage of all the sorcerer passives, and gushing wounds is uncapped, meaning we can scale it to the fucking moon.
Yep.
Same with rogue. All uncapped passives, and we can scale them infinitely. Necro and Druid are trash though, except the Boner
I don't know why they did this for Sork. It doesn't make any sense.
one. And will you look at that? It's the best Necro build in the game, but that's a topic for another day. Anyhow, that's the main issue. Let's check them out one by one. Avalanche dishes out a bit of extra damage, which is good, but it's completely reliant on lucky hit, meaning you're not actually getting the 60% extra damage here. Shatter is currently great as it double dips and can offset chain reactions for some massive nukes. But using this, you're forced to fight only bosses with adds, seeing as nothing otherwise explodes.
Yep, this is true.
Except Arnie, perhaps. If you know, you know. Overflow.
And not only that, guys, Shatter will be fixed because of the double dipping, so it'll no longer do that,
Energy
which is going to make Shatter even worse.
is insanely cool. I absolutely love this one, but it doesn't boost our damage. And we need some damage, man. Via's mastery is just pathetic. 20 to 25% damage, come on, man. Critical strikes should increase these to 225%, and then we can talk.
I like that. Increases to 225, then we can talk.
ESU's ferocity is probably the worst of the bunch. 25% crit damage against high health enemies is decent. But then again, it would need to be 5 times this at least. And the critical strike chance is basically worse than a crit chance affix. Combustion. Oh man, I barely know
Combustion
where to
sucks.
start. You can probably buff the unique source of burning by 10 times, and then it could become decent.
Oh, and it doesn't matter even if they were to do that because they just nerfed dot builds. So combustion is even worse now.
The passives are all insanely cool, but they're just weak. This would not be an issue at all if we had a great Paragon board. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Sorcerers has the most lackluster Paragons out of all classes and needs a massive overhaul. All the legendary nodes are also split between fire, lightning, and cold, meaning there's no reason to pick up more than a few of them. And the ones that could have been decent, such as searing heat, are capped at 30%. Now, there's supposedly coming huge Paragon updates in the expansion, and I therefore think that the Sorcerer Paragons are doomed until then.
Eric said
So
we
my
had Sorcerer
solution,
so good in open beta.
Fix
Yeah.
the goddamn key passives, man. Combustion should be 4% extra big damn per 5 intelligence or something, same with the other ones. And if you don't want to do this, then just quadruple their damage and we may get them to the barb level. And if we head on over to the Paragons,
No, you're good, sarcastic.
please stop capping all the legendary nodes. This is insanely boring, and there are only two ways for you to do this. Either you cap every legendary node in the game, or you simply stop capping them. There's also no point in making the legendary nodes so insanely specific. The Rogues also has 3 elements: Shadow, Poison, and Cold. This is, however, solved by granting generic legendary nodes, along with more specific glyphs instead.
Yep.
Or just the Eldritch Bounty node, granting damage depending on what you dealt damage with. A solid solution. Alright, so is there any hope for sorcerers in Season 5?
Probably not. Probably
Well,
not.
the splintering energy aspect is looking decent. Only
Yeah, that
due
is
to it
looking really
being
good. I
uncapped,
watched Wuju's video about it, and this looks pretty interesting.
but it has the issue of being great in AoE mainly. Arc Lash is decent due to the new uniques, but then you may as well just play a barb with the same items
Yep.
and deal 50 times the damage.
Yep, that's so true. There's no reason to play the basic attack buffs on a Sorc when you can just play them on a barb, and instead of doing 3.7, you're doing like a gajillion damage.
So in summary, the key passives are shit, the paragons are shit, and Sorcerer needs a massive buff here. Let me know what else you would like to see, and I'll see you in the next one.
So he had some very interesting concepts here. He had some very interesting concepts for Sorc. Like the key passive changes, the Paragon legendary node changes, and then that was pretty much it. Did I miss anything that he suggested as fixes? Because it's easy to make a video complaining about something, but the only 2 options I saw that he mentioned to fix was those 2 things. Did I miss anything else, guys? Did I miss anything else or no? Yeah. The key passives and the legendary nodes, yeah. Oh, and then the capping, yep. Yeah, because I think the cooldown cap is 85% and nobody can get to it. I don't think there's a single person that can get to it. Raze, what's up, dude? Do you have it set right in the Discord? You missed sacking Team 1? Yeah, I don't know why they have a lot of caps on a lot of stuff. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys, man. Just play Barbarian, man. The new class should be pretty fun, man. The new class is should be pretty fun. I'm very, very curious about it. Yeah, that's what I mean. So he's suggesting to fix the Paragon nodes, the legendary nodes, and make them more generic, which would be good. Changing the key passives to be able to be scaling, to be able to scale the damage would be good. And then Sorc maybe wouldn't be as strong as Barbarian, but Sorc would at least be fine. You know? If there are too many barbs, they would nerf it. Nah, Chris, I do not see that happening, man. I do not see that happening. Barbarian is too good, dude. Barbarian will forever be incredibly powerful. And there's nothing that I think the devs are going to do to nerf this. I mean, go look at the patch notes for like the PTR. Now, obviously things can change. So let me make sure I say that things can change. But however, let me mention that like they came into the season trying to nerf Barb and then they reverted it. So, and they did make some changes to bash Barb for the season 5 PTR, but it still didn't matter. Barbarian is still absolutely slapping. So, it doesn't matter, man. Barbarian is going to be at the top. And then like now my favorite rogue build is nerfed. It sucks now. So, that sucks. There's not. I don't think there's a single rogue build that I am excited about playing next season. Not one. Sork, there's not a single build I'm excited to play for Sork. The Chain Lightning Sork just seemed so disappointing. So disappointing. Druid is kind of in the same spot. Like Druid, my pulverized build got. I mean, it got buffed twice, but I'm not playing companion pulverize. I'm not doing that. Lucian will be trying to play Barrage next season. Dude, I'm playing Barbarian next season. Oh, no, I didn't. No, Blaze, I'll still play Rogue probably next season, but there's not a build for the Rogue that I'm excited about playing. Heartseeker has been the most fun Rogue build that I've played since Twisting Blades in Season 1, and the only reason I like Twisting Blades in Season 1 was because of the Malignant Heart. Yeah, you're good. The only thing for Druid season is going to be Landslide. Yeah, I mean, I would play Druid more if Pulverize was a thing, but I know the companion power is being changed, which in turn is going to make Pulverize feel worse because we're not going to be shapeshifting as much and getting that huge damage boost from companions. So even though they gave Pulverize an additional buff, Pulverize in turn becomes weaker, right? Like it's not as good. And then as a druid, you're punished if you play anything that's perma wolf or perma bear, because now everything has been pushed towards shapeshifting. So if you're not shapeshifting in your build, you're losing out on a lot of damage for druid. And like if I want to play perma bear pulverize, I can't do that because I'm forced to shapeshift so I can get the damage output, right? So there's like nothing I'm excited about playing here. Sork is just I don't Sork is like here now almost. Nothing excited about for Druid. Nothing really exciting to play for Necromancer. My favorite rogue build got nerfed to the ground. So there's not a build that I am looking forward to playing here. So really, guys, we're left with Barbarian Whirlwind. So we're gonna be playing Barbarian at the start of next season. Heartseeker felt bad because Victimize was bugged, so it may be better than the PTR. I doubt it, man. I seriously doubt it. From my understanding, the Heartseeker bug will be fixed, and it's not going to be better. So yeah. So Heartseeker is pretty much dead. We got it for a season. UENC, what's up, man? Or NYC, dude. My favorite rogue build is Heartseeker. The build is incredibly fun. Before that, it was Twisting Blades from Season 1, but only because you had the Malignant Heart power. Like the Malignant Heart that made everything explode. That was the only reason. So Heartseeker has been the absolute favorite because I like bow builds a lot, especially going back to season or Diablo 3 with like multi-shot and stuff. So, and like God DH. So like this season we finally got a bow build and now it's been nerfed to the absolute ground. So there's not really none of the bow builds after like going into season 5 just look good at all. Yeah, none of them look like on the horizon, none of them look great to me. Now, that's not to say that somebody figures out a bow build or you guys figure out a build and bring it to my attention or something like that. But right now, to me, I don't have a reason to play this class besides making, content for you guys. So next season, I'll be playing Barbarian. Now, again, guys, this is all predicated on up-to-date current information. So that is with the PTR. Now, obviously, patch notes, when the patch notes released for Season 5, this may all change. This may all change. But until then, to me, and I'm not trying to be like on one side or the other. I'm just trying to look at it through like a big lens. To me, with all the issues of these 4 classes, to me, it only makes sense to only play Barbarian. To me. Now, you guys could argue that and, you know what I mean? You know, say differently. But to me, the only class that works consistently season in and season out and still remains to have very powerful builds is Barbarian. Like, that's it. Like, so for example, like in the PTR, Bash suffered a small nerf. Oh, poor Bash. It's still insanely stronger than the majority of all these builds from these 4 classes, even after it got nerfed. And now you have like 3 or 4 more Barbarian builds that are about to come out with like Death Blow, Double Swing. Hoda's going to be coming back. Like, and you still have Whirlwind. Dude, like there's no reason to not play Barbarian right now. Like there's like season in and season out. It's like think about it like back when they nerfed Hoda. Do you guys remember when they nerfed Hoda? When they they nerfed Hoda 3 times total because it was still too powerful. And even when they nerfed that one, there was like 4. It's like Hydra. Like they cut off one head and 2 other heads emerged. Like they cut off Hoda and then like 4 other builds emerged. They cut off this. Oh, now 3 other builds emerged that are super strong. It's just like Barbarian will never be not good. And when you look at it over the past year, Barbarian hasn't suffered any of these like quote unquote bugs or like legendary node bugs that like the rogue has or that the druid has. Like Barbarian is just that good. Like it seems like the devs made Barbarian right, and then they're just like, yeah, we're just gonna wing it on these 4. But the rebel in me wants to F around and find out. The GF buff makes up for it. Liv said, PTR made me refund the expansion. I'll just play through Game Pass. Nice. Dark Enforcer, welcome back. Yeah, no, I mean, it's not to say that like some of these builds on these other classes aren't fun. The PTR, a lot of this stuff looked really cool. Like, especially for Druid and Sorc, a lot of things looked very cool. There wasn't a lot of things that looked good for Rogue. Well, there was one build, the like grenade type build. That looked cool, that raise. There were some people using the Dark Shroud mechanic that looked really cool. So that may be something. But Necro didn't really get anything that I saw. Macro Boy is really working hard on trying to get a lot of this stuff wrong with Necro fixed. But again, Necro I just think is always down here, man. We had a short burst of like excitement with the minions, but I really felt like maybe you guys can prove me wrong here, but I felt like as soon as Holy Bolt got nerfed, everybody was like, yep, scratch that. I'm going back to Barb. So you're just looking for the easiest way to play a game. Challenges need not apply. It's not about a challenge, Big Boss Birdie. It's about like the mechanics of the game and these classes being like somewhat reasonable with each other, right? So like I'm a Sorc main in Diablo 4, and season after season, like the best build for Sorc was quote unquote a bug build, which was Ball Lightning in season 2. The PTR for season 4 had Frost or Frozen Orb, which looked very promising and very exciting to play. Then they nerfed it twice. We didn't even get a season with the build, and they nerfed it twice. They spent 4 seasons buffing burn builds for Sork, and then they nerfed it in the PTR for season 5, so now burn will no longer be a thing for dot damage. So balancing is probably the biggest thing I'm talking about, more so than the challenge of the game. Because in Diablo 4, there's not really a challenge. There's no piece of content that's like a serious challenge, right? Like, I guess the only challenge in the game is if you want to push high in the pit. That's a challenge. But again, no class, these 4 classes are never going to come close to doing that besides Barbarian. Because the other 4 classes just don't have the damage output that Barbarian has. So pushing high in the pit doesn't do anything unless you're a Barbarian. And I've never been like a pusher for that kind of content. I've only been a speed player. So when it comes to speed, like these 4 classes can't do anything. They don't have the damage, man. Like Heartseeker does, but apparently that's a bug. So like Barbarian is the only class that you can play right now where you're dealing an insane amount of damage and having fun while knowing that the build itself is not bugged. Like Heartseeker, super fun, but it's bugged. That's the only reason Heartseeker works right now is because it's bugged. There's not a single Sork build. Oh, wait. Yeah, there is. You could play any Sork build in the game right now. Any Sork build. Doesn't matter what it is. You could play Ice Shards. You could play Firewall. You could play whatever you want. As long as you are perma Flame Shield, you can play any build for Sork. It's going to take you a long time to kill stuff, but you will be perma Flame Shield, so you can't die. But then they're taking that away, so Sork does nothing. So Necros have what? The minion builds, which are okay now. They suffered a huge nerf because of the Holy Bolt. And then there's Bone Spear or Bone Spirit. But outside of that, there's absolutely nothing to play for Necromancer. Druid has a crap ton of builds, but there's just no damage here either. So it's just like, I don't know, man. I don't know. And to Demon's point, this is something that I don't understand about. I guess it's from like, I don't even want to say a moral thing. It's kind of like, as a developer, you don't want to have a bug in your game. Okay? So you fix the bug, right? So here's a good example. I've been disconnected. What? So I could understand as a developer, you don't want to have a bug in your game. Okay? I'm all in full support of bugs being fixed in the game. So right now, the current bug for Victimize is Victimize damage is increased by 120% multiplicative damage. That is actually 240%. Now let's think about this. Victimize being in its current state can push what? 120s, 125s. I think there was somebody that did 130 something with Victimize. Okay. So to your guys' point in the chat, why not quote unquote fix the bug and just make Victimize itself that bonus? Just make Victimize 240% of your vulnerable. Because here's the thing, and this is why when it comes to balancing, I always compare it to. So if Victimize is that strong at 240%, it still doesn't even touch Barbarian. It still doesn't touch it. Like, not even close. Like, I think I had 2,200, 2,200 and some odd % for current damage increase. And I only was doing like 600 or 700 million Victimized explosions. That's it. Barbarian consistently is hitting for billions of damage. Billions. So why can't we have a fun build and have them quote unquote fix it, but then just fix it by going, okay, here's the bug, but we're just going to make victimize 240%. So now, as a rogue player, you can have a fun build to play. Or even if you don't want to make it 240, make it like 180%. Like meet me halfway in the middle or something. But no, instead, we're going to put it back down to 120, buff the explosion radius, and make it worse than what it could be. And now the build is going to be non-existent next season. Non-existent. It's the same thing with a Firebolt Firewall for Sorks that shout out to Makuna that plays. The only reason that build even works is because you're perma Flame Shield. Now you ain't perma Flame Shield, nobody is going to even touch Firebolt Shatter. Not a soul, not one sorcerer is going to play that build because you won't be able to survive. Like, you can't do anything. And like since season 2, how many people, like we've made the build, but how many people since season 2 have played Ball Lightning? Ball Lightning's a joke. Nobody plays it. Yeah. It's Rays. We watched that stuff earlier. So yeah, Big Boss Birdie. It's not from a sense of a challenge, because Diablo 4 itself is relatively easy. But it's just like none of the stuff for these 4 classes necessarily works the way it should. And then when it does work the way it should, it's so weak compared to Barbarian that there's no reason to play it. Now, with everything that I've said, the game to me is about fun. So if you play any one of these 4 classes and you have a build that you enjoy playing, I am in full support of you playing it. 100% have a blast. For me, I'm just looking at it from a different lens. That's all. So it's just like, and I understand that none of these 4 classes will ever be as powerful as Barbarian unless there's some very significant changes. However, when you look at like a Heartseeker build, like this build isn't even as close to Barbarian. Like, so I don't understand. Like, I don't understand why they need to just nerf the build into the ground. Like, it's like, let's nerf these 4 classes and then give a Barbarian a power that gives them perma berserk. Perma berserk. Do you guys understand how much power that is? Like, do you guys understand like how much power it is to have a legendary power that says, hey, while you're at full fury or over X fury, you're in perma berserk. Like, think about that for just a second. Think about how much damage output you're going to get. Damage, movement speed, everything by being perma berserk. It's absolutely insane. Oh, and Rays, I'm telling you, for season 5, it's going to be that strong. For season 5, it's going to be. That's why I'm playing Barbarian. So, like, when it comes to balancing, I don't get it. Like, I will never understand it unless I'm sitting down with the devs and they can, like, take the time to really, like, you know, pop-up picture book kind of explain it to me. Because I just won't ever understand it, I don't think. And trust me, guys, I've expressed that. I've expressed that to the devs. Exactly, Rays, exactly. Even with just undying, you don't even need life on hit. You'll just never die as a barbarian. So, like, I get it, man. You know, it's a thing. Trust me. $38 minutes. But, yeah. I don't know, guys. However, back to the topic, as we just kind of went on a rant there. The suggested changes by him for Sorceress are very good. The suggested changes for not only the key passes for Sorceress, but the legendary nodes as well. Those things are very good. I don't think the hard caps are going to go away. Those are probably still going to be there, but yeah, outside of that. Right, yeah, then the attack speed scaling, yeah. Raise. Dude, that's what I'm telling you, man. Just get on the train and everybody play Barbarian with me for Season 5, and we'll have an absolute blast. Alec Marshall, Season 4 ends on August 6th, Season 5, yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Do you think if they make Sorc life stay around 15k like it is now, but allow us to build up our barrier? Nah. So like with that, Demon, you'd have to ask yourself, like, why let us build up our barrier as opposed to just having perma flame shield? I mean, I know perma flame shield makes us immune to everything, so I guess that's the deciding factor. But to me, I wouldn't like that. I wouldn't like having 50 or 60k barrier. But I mean, that could be cool when you think about it. That wouldn't be a bad thing. I mean, that it's not a bad idea. Yeah, I don't know if that would be very like that good, but yeah, unfortunately, Liv, there's no way that any class is ever gonna match what Barbarian has. It's just not gonna happen. Barrier wouldn't be a bad idea. I just don't know how they would want to scale it. Because, like, you might as well just give the Sorcs Fortify in some way, but I guess that is barrier. It's like, I guess it's the equivalent of, like, having a dodge bonus up the road. Sorc, you help me? Is dead.
I'm not ready yet.
Gosh, guys, I don't know what to do. Oh, Toke wants to do runs. Yeah, sure. We can go do Durio runs, guys, if you want. I'm down. I don't really have much else to do this season. It kind of sucks. No, not if we're doing Durio. Well, I could do Necro for Durio runs, but yeah, sure, guys. Let's go do Durio runs if you guys want. I got 25 Stygian stones. Let's do it. You wanted to play D4, but there's no incentive to play since First Descendant came out. Dude, First Descendant looks good. It looks like that mods is in, but Moxie is not in, it doesn't look like. Let me double check. Yeah, it looks like Moxie's still struggling to get in.
I need time to do that.
That's what it looks like. You got 13 stacks? Nice. The servers are still down. How's Dat Mods playing? Oh, maybe Dat Mods is watching videos.
I need time to do that.
The game looks really cool. I just don't know, like, if it's like, man, we're just playing Destiny. You know what I mean?
I need more time.
Part of me wants to play Diablo 3. Part of me really wants to play Diablo 3 and just mess around with Diablo 3. Dude, well, I watched a lot and like I saw the trailers, I've seen people play. It looks exactly like Destiny. To me, it looks exactly like Destiny.
I'm low on fury.
Come to D2R? Nah, I play D2R with the Sork, man. I probably won't play a whole lot of D2R, man. D2R is too slow for me, dude. It is like Destiny. And Destiny has been like very good. Oh, you don't have to. I don't need those. I don't have the eggs for it. New Axe playing too. He's taking a break from Destiny. No way, dude. No way, man. I guess what we could do is every day is community day. Every day is community day. We'll just do stuff for you guys. I think that's the only thing that we can do. All right, let's see what we got. Gold Slayer. All the soul brands. Ooh, a potion capacity. Get out of here with that crap. Don't nobody care about that. You got eggs, nice. Then Toke, don't just go ahead and summon, man. You can just go ahead and summon. Moxie's trying to get in. Oh, I do need to go back to town. No, I got 20 and 20, man. I'm okay. Oh, shoot. Okay. All right. Now we're all set. You've been wanting to get on all day? I really need Diablo 3 to just rotate faster. So after 2 months of every Diablo 4 season I can just play. Did nobody? I might play some Diablo 3. Who's not accepting? Oh, you guys accepted. Okay. There's no point for Diablo 3 till next season. I'm excited. That starts the 12th. I'm excited for it, man. I'm still trying to decide if I want to play Rogue or I mean, not really. What am I saying? Of course, I'm gonna be playing Demon Hunter, but like I don't know which class I want to start with to level to 70. I think I'll probably just do DH again. Although Witch Doctor does have a good class set, but I'll probably just play DH. Because DH leveling is so weird. Once human starts. Nice. Nice, guys. We're too good at farming, guys. We're too good. We gotta take it easy. You know what I mean? We gotta take it easy. Oh wait. Ah, boo. Boo. Play some TFD with me till D3 starts war. TFD. The heck is TFD? Oh, the First Descendant. God, I'm slow. I'm slow. I'm down, dude. What is it on Steam? Is it free? I'll play.
How can I help? Ruin all that work.
It's free to play. Oh my god, it is Destiny 2. Is it a Destiny 2 ripoff? Somebody be honest with me. Is it a Destiny 2 ripoff? No.
I'm not ready yet.
No. It looked very cool. I'm not gonna lie. It did look cool. Where's Nuax at? Let's get his opinion. You know how he is. You know how passionately he is about Destiny 2. I wonder if he's having second thoughts, or maybe a divorce is gonna happen with Destiny 2. You're at the first raid of the story? Okay, I need a power level. I need that D3 power level. You're already level 30, Raze? Jeez, you guys are just gamers, man. Stop making me look bad. First raid is at level 10 war. It's super early. One can only hope the raids in Diablo 4 will be awesome.
The forge is ready for whatever you need.
I'm not ready yet.
You just started last night? Cool. It's on Steam. Is it controller? Does it have controller support? No, Toke, I'm good. I don't need any. Thank you, though. I have 23 left.
I'm not ready yet.
Play mouse and key, you noob. I can't, dude. It's like playing Call of Duty on mouse and key. You remember those days? Playing good old Warzone. Rip. I love controller support. It does have controller support. Say less, bro. Say less, bro. It has noob support. Well, it is a PvE game, right? There's no PvP. Don't lie to me. Don't you lie to me. Hey man, controller across every platform that it has support on is just better. Look at that, 4 barbarians. You love to see it. You love to see it. More barbarians, the better. More barbs, the better, guys.
I must wait.
The true Saiyan race of barbarians.
Ruin all that work.
The true Saiyan race. Dude, that'd be awesome, Demon. I'm down, man. I gotta see about leveling up in Steam. Let me go full real quick. Oh, you sent me a Fred code on Steam? Nice. Nice. In the Hall of Agonies. Alright, I want to play the class that gives me multi-shot. What class is that? We have the American Rob over here. Dude, that's what I'm going to become, man. That's what I'm going to have to become. Until my Sorceress gets fixed, that's what I have to be. It's a shooter game war? Oh. Okay. So what you're saying is there's no multi-shot. That's what you're telling me? No multi-shot? Moxie's got a video for it. Ooh. Ooh, Toad got Doombringer. Nice.
I'm not ready.
I can shoot my machine gun in a cone if you want. Okay, enough said. I'm sold. I am sold.
Doing all that work.
No multi-shot. He's out.
I must wait.
I love it. Can I go full real quick? Let me go full. Let me just make sure. I don't even know if I have Steam downloaded on here. Do I have Steam on here? I do have Steam. I'm pretty sure he can make his own multi-shot build. Guys, can you tell that I have a little bit of a lisp? Can you guys hear it? Can you guys tell that I have a lisp? Okay, good, because I got my Invisalign in and it's lispy. There's new firmware. New firmware, you say? New firmware for my DualSense wireless controller. Yay. I can't tell, and I'm a foot from you. Yeah. Finish. Sweet. All right, real quick, guys. Let's go back. Where's it at? What's it called? The 4 Frontier. The First Descendant. Free. Let me start this download. When's my birthday? Hold on. I don't want you guys to know my birthday. You guys are stalkers. You guys are going to hack my computer. Okay. Add to my wish list. Wait. I can't get this game? Add to library. Go to Steam library. Go to Steam. Where's Steam? Where is it? I don't see it, guys. Okay. Install. 35 gigs? Good Lord. 35 of them things. All right. Please, you're younger than me. Sometime in 1960. Yep. Old Man War, guys. Old Man War. I'm still trying to get that name. Old Man War. Okay. I think it's catchy. Old Man War. Just like Old Man Logan. It will cripple your connection. Wait, what? Don't worry, guys. I got him. What did Moxie do? I'm watching him right now. It looks like he's just running really fast, killing things. Now that looks like a multi-shot build if I ever saw one. He's running around and lightning is pulsating from him. Ooh, there goes a GA mace that I need. Toad got a Doombringer. Wait. Maximum resource, huh? Nope. Oh, no. It's damage over time. That sucks. Dude, he's got this chick with the legs of a sprinter. And there's just lightning pulsating everywhere. Is it only in third person too, by the way? Is there no first person?
I must wait.
Bunny Descendant is badass. I think that's what he's playing. He's got VODs playing right now. It looks cool. Is he playing on mouse and key? He is. What is he doing, weirdo? Doesn't everybody know you should play controller? Oh, she's not a choice you get at the start? Oh, okay. The pulsating lightning is cool. Wait, are they just doing an endless wave mode? Is that what they're doing? That's what it looks like. Oh, I don't have any fury. Where's my fury? Ow. We're playing the ice chick. Oh, everything you need to know. Gotcha. Yeah, because he's got a code already, so he probably got early access to play. How long is Moxie's video? I'll watch it. Ooh, counter-offensive. Sexy. 30 minutes. Good lord, guys. You know I have the attention span of a goldfish. What the hell? You guys want me to watch a 30-minute video? Golly.
Ruin all that work.
I'm going to need a sandwich, a drink. Oh, it just kicked my game. I just DC'd. Thanks, First Descendant. Mr. X said it's a good watch. Okay, I trust you guys. You guys would not steer me wrong, right? You guys would not. Let's go play a real game. You know what I mean? Let's go play a real game. That's a sign to watch it? Okay. All right. All right. Where are you, Moxie? Moxie, First Descendant. He's watching the video right now. Is that what it is? YouTube. Videos. The Ultimate Beginner Guide. Oh, he's been playing Elden Ring too? Guys, okay, we're just going to become a variety streamer, all right? We're going to play all these games now, from now on. How are you customize the arrow mouse in D4, Alexandru? You can do it in the gameplay options. Or no, the accessibility options. D4 said, go watch it. I wish, Tim, you wish it was, you're playing too? Tom, what's up, dude? Where's the face? My lights are not working, Tom, so I don't have the camera on. But I feel like I've been a lot more funny.
First Descendant video, and today we've got a kind of ultimate beginner's guide going over everything that you need to know. Now, I've been playing First Descendant, including the betas and the full launch, for about 200 hours. I've done a lot of min-maxing, a lot of testing, and I want to explain not only some of the basic things you need to understand.
Is that a baddie? Chat, is this just a baddie right here? Look at her. She can tell me what to do.
And to improve your character and get further into the game, but also just some general tips and guidance. I hope you enjoy the guide. And with that, guys, let's get right into it. So there's actually quite a bit to talk about with this.
Dude, holy... Okay. This is Ultima Bunny. First of all, I want to talk about the skins, okay, and these graphics. You know, let's just let's talk about these skins for a second, guys.
This game, so this is going
What
to be a
the
longer
heck?
video, and there's going to be timestamps
Wait, are these characters going to give Loba a run for her money from Apex Legends?
down at the bottom where you can go to a specific section. So let's say you already know about unlocking new descendants. You can skip that section and just learn about how to scale your skill damage and things like that. So you can find all the
Moxie, you better explain this well, okay? Talk to me like I'm a 5-year-old.
timestamps down at the bottom. All right, so there's quite a bit of depth to the First Descendant. There's a lot of stats. There's a lot of menus. It can be pretty confusing. We're going to start with a little bit
Bunny
of
is a baddie?
general overview.
That's
of
the
just
next
what
title
the heck
when I play.
everything is going on
Bunny is a
here
baddie.
and how the game actually functions, and then we'll get into this more nitty-gritty specifics if you're looking to try to min-max and get the most damage out of your character. So to start, First Descendant is a free-to-play looter shooter.
Looter
that
shooter.
has descendants. Now, the descendants are your...
Whoa. Wait a second.
Descendant is a
Hold on.
free-to-play looter shooter.
Hold on now. She can't be doing all
has
that.
Descendants. Now, the descendants are your
Dang.
warframes. They are characters. They are locked. They have their own personalities. They have their own
Okay. Yes. Thank you, Nova. How does this top stay on, guys? As fast as she is?
backstories. You cannot change their abilities.
the
You can
hell?
modify them.
Wait, what kind of video did you guys just... What kind of video is this? Before I continue, I don't want to get any kind of, like, in trouble. What the hell kind of video is this, okay? Is this a beginner's guide, or is this some kind of, you know, video I shouldn't be watching on camera, all right?
But the point of the game is instead of having like one character that you fully customize and play, you're probably going to end up playing a bunch of different characters. And all of these characters have things that they're good at. A lot of the First
It's her
Descendant
superpower.
there's different mission types and there's different things that have proposed
It's
different
18
challenges.
plus.
And finding the right tool or the right descendant for the job is going to really help you out. So you're probably going to be playing a few descendants here and there. There's descendants that are good
She
at
uses her
bossing. There's
bodies to
descendants that are good at AoE farming. There's descendants that are good at supporting your teammates. And all of them can be useful once you get into the higher difficulties. Now, each descendant comes with 4 abilities. They're coming with... As you level them up, you'll unlock all of their abilities, and as you level them further, those abilities will get upgraded. So maybe they'll get more damage on those abilities, and those abilities upgrade up until level 40. Level 40 is the max level for your descendants. However, your guns will keep increasing up to level 100. Each descendant also comes with a passive skill. Some of these are more complicated than others. This is the passive skill description of Viesa. It's pretty complicated. I will probably have like ultimate guides on each specific descendant, going into like really nitty gritty on what they do and how to scale their damage. But just for this video, know that there's a lot of good descendants that.
Oh, there goes my multi-shot minigun.
They're good at different things. You're not
Ajax. They're really naming a character after hand soap.
Not going to be one descendant that's the best at everything. Now, when you're starting the game, you're going to get offered the option of picking your first descendant. No pun intended. That is a choice between Viesa, Lepic, and Ajax. Just in terms of quick personal
Is Lepic
recommendations, Viesa is really great for AoE fighting. She gets a speed boost, which you can apply to yourself and make you move really quickly. So if you're just trying to get through the like first bits of the game, I recommend Viesa. Lepic has pretty solid AoE. However, Ultimate Lepic, if you're going to farm him, is where the real damage can kind of come in for bossing. And if you're looking for a character that's going to last you in the long haul, I recommend Ajax. I think Ajax is the most awkward feeling of them and the worst of them for like the first 10 levels. However, Ajax has some really cool builds where you can build to reflect damage that melts bosses. He's always useful in the harder fights. And so if you're trying to pick a descendant that's going to last you the longest, I'd go with Ajax, but you do get Bunny within your first hour of playing, and Bunny is a very, very powerful AoE farmer, and that she just runs around really quickly and does a lot of damage in a big area.
Okay, I want to play her.
How the First Descendant works and a little bit
play
about
Bunny.
the characters. Let's talk about the guns. Now, the guns in the First Descendant are a little bit of set guns, but they have some random variation to them, and they all work a little bit differently. So,
So see, that's just like Destiny, because in Destiny you're kind of locked in. I mean, you have a bigger gun variety, but it's like each class has particular.
to start
things
us
that
off,
they can
when you
use.
look at a gun, each gun has a different ammo type. It's ideal to not be running 3 guns of the exact same ammo type. That's more so what these indicators are for. You've got impact rounds,
Playboy
you've got special
partnership.
rounds, you've got general rounds, you've got high power rounds. And if you are using 2 weapons that both have general rounds, they will share the same ammo pool, meaning that you're going to run out of ammo more often. High power rounds are the most rare drops. You have the least of them. Those are going to be your shotguns, rocket launchers, and sniper rifles. Special rounds are your like beam rifles and burst rifles, and then
Okay.
your green rounds are going to be your scout
It is
rifles.
free, Chris.
And
Yeah, go ahead,
your
dude. Download.
hand
We'll play,
cannons.
guys. Go ahead and download.
Now, in terms of having a loadout, I try to recommend just picking up whatever gun feels good to you and rocking it. You're going to be changing out your weapons a ton while you're leveling, so don't feel bad about constantly dismantling and breaking down your weapons. It's going to be something that they just drop more weapons than you could ever imagine. However, you do want to keep an eye out for weapons that roll with particularly good stat rolls. Now, stat rolls on weapons, you'll see based off of their rarity, they're going to have either a yellow, a blue, or a purple marker. And the reason it's not a bad idea to keep an eye out for some of these that roll with 3 of like purples, or 3 yellows, is because you can actually level up these weapons. These weapons, if you get one to drop at level 5, you can actually make a level 50 weapon if you so please. Obviously, that costs materials, and you're only going to do that if you get a perfect roll. If
Oh,
you
okay,
find
so
a
you
weapon
can
that
level
you
up
really
stuff.
like and you really enjoy,
Okay.
you can actually upgrade that weapon.
You can
And
upgrade
so
the
most of the
guns.
weapons you're recycling, but make sure to keep an eye out for things that roll with better percentage damage, better percentage crit damage. Things that have flat elemental damage can be really good. If you find something that
It's
has
a
like
long video.
flat fire
We
damage,
may not
is
watch it all,
pretty
guys,
great.
'cause
Like
we're gonna
this
hop off
attack
here in
rifle
a few
rolled with
minutes.
firearm crit rate, fire attack, firearm attack, and less recoil. All pretty good stats. And then once you find a weapon that you like, you are able to favorite it. You can go in, click it, and favorite it. And then once you are able to upgrade that weapon, you can come to this machine in town. Now, this is the workbench. There's a lot of things that you can do with it. The big thing is that you can upgrade the level of a weapon. So I have a level
Yes,
1
that's what we
legendary
want,
hand cannon.
Alexandra.
I'm obviously never going to use it at
More
level 1.
damage.
But I, for example, can use this material to upgrade it to a level 41, and then it'll increase its
Dang.
base attack by a tremendous amount. And you can craft this material for free. You don't need to like spend any money to be able to do this.
Okay, so that's cool.
The other thing that you can do at the workbench is weapon readjustment. So let's say that I really liked the fact that this
100%,
machine
Tim.
gun rolled with crit
This is 100% Destiny, just reskinned.
damage, weak point damage, but I didn't like the weapon change speed. I like the chill attack because those are all pretty good stats. You could technically, if I don't have the resources for this, but you can technically re-roll these weapons over and over and over again. However, if you get something you really like, you can actually keep them and re-roll the things you don't like. So let's say
Ooh, so you could re-roll each stat individually? That's awesome.
I wanted to keep these 2 rolls, I could now lock these 2 rolls, and now I would re-roll its random perks, and I would get completely random things for chill attack and weapon change speed, and I would keep my weak point damage and firearm crit.
Oh,
For
I see
min-maxing
now.
and getting the most out of your weapons, this is something
Okay.
you're going to want to do, but I wouldn't worry about it till you're pretty far into the game. The system works a little bit similarly when it comes to ultimate weapons. Now, ultimate weapons are something that you can farm. They are set weapons that have set unique abilities that do different things. Some weapons are great at doing gun damage. Some weapons are specifically used for giving your character who's doing ability damage and skill damage more skill damage, or reducing the defenses of an enemy so that you can do more damage with their skills. So not every gun is just shooty shoot, do damage. There's a lot of unique weapons. However, that unique weapon, once you get it, that's just the start of that weapon. You can upgrade the unique ability of the weapon. For example, once you get a duplicate, so there's always a reason to keep crafting more of the same legendary if you really like one. For example, if I get another Thunder Cage, which I have right here, when I upgrade it, my electric shock
Maybe this game raise will take place of Helldivers, because Helldivers has literally hell dive straight into hell, because it's not. They messed up big time. They really messed up.
wave that the Thunder Cage does is going to get a bigger trigger rate. So it's going to trigger more often in a bigger radius, and the gun's going to have lower reload time. So the more I find this, the better the weapon gets, and the more I spend using my specific weapon, the more I can invest into it, and the more powerful it will get. So legendaries or unique weapons are pretty cool in this game, where you're going to want to try to...
No way, Sarcastic. They monetized it? Helldivers? Then, dude, they deserve to go down. Go down in a blaze of glory, man. I think they average like 35K players a day now. It's so bad.
Get as many as you can, because you're going to make your current weapons better and better.
Oh,
and better.
I don't know if they
now, let's say you got a
monetize it or
weapon
not.
that you like, or you've upgraded.
What I do know is that on Steam, they're down to like 32 or 35,000 players a day. They fell off a cliff, man, with all that controversy. I don't know why these developers like in these studios mess stuff up, man. Helldivers could have been game of the year, but not anymore, dude.
You hit good perks on, and you want to make it deal a lot of
yeah,
damage.
Chris, we will.
That comes to the mod system. Now, this is a confusing screen to look at for the first time. I'm going to do my best to explain it. And if you've played Warframe, you're probably already familiar with how this system works. If you're not, I'm going to break it down for you. So every weapon, every Descendant, it works the same for Descendants, have a module capacity. This is the amount that you can fit on that weapon or Descendant before you run out of space. It's similar to, like, for example, Call of Duty has like a pick 10 system, where you get to pick different attachments to put on your weapon, and different attachments have different costs, and then you can come up with your own weapon.
So these are your attachments.
It works pretty similar here. You've got mods that, for example, this action and reaction is going to cost me 5 in its current slot, where it's giving me 26% increased damage with the weapon,
Okay,
but
I understand how this
8%
works.
more recoil. A lot of the purple mods will have a positive and a negative. Sometimes they just have 2 positives. But this mod currently...
Yeah, Alexandru, like, Helldivers destroyed themselves with the requirement and controversy of making you have to sign up for a PSN. And then they doubled down and tried to say, no, we're not going to do that. And then they still did it anyway in a very sneakily way. So they've literally lost their player base. They're down to like 35,000 players a day. They did it to themselves, man. They destroyed that game. That game was amazing, and they destroyed it. So they deserve it. They deserve it.
It only cost me 10 capacity to use. That is because it's in a matching slot. Now, if you look at this closely, it's got a little M, a 3 like dash lines here. And if I put it over here, it now costs me 10. I go to 45 capacity. And that's because each of these slots, or some of the slots that you find on weapons and your Descendants, will have a polarity.
Yeah, they still banned all the countries. Yeah. So, Alexander, if you don't know, they were trying to make players have to sign up with a PSN to play the game. So, by doing that, Sony didn't have it available to 60 plus countries. So there was big controversy for that. And then they said, no, we're not going to do it. And instead what they did was they allowed players who were already playing the game to continue playing. But then this is the sneaky way they did it. They go, okay, you guys can still play, but for anybody who's new that wants to sign up, you have to sign up with a PSN. So therefore you're going to be banned, and you won't be, like, not banned, but those countries don't have access to PSN. So yeah, they deserved it, man. So now their player base from, like, what was it, like 200,000 or 500,000 players a day is now down to 35,000 players a day at best. Yeah. They were real sneaky about it. Real sneaky. They tried to come out and make a public thing about, like, oh, we're not going to do that. We're going to allow people to still play. And then what they did was, real sneakily, they go in and they make it to where new players couldn't sign up unless they did a PSN. So they ended up effectively banning it in the countries anyway.
Polarity slot.
Yeah, dude, they
gets half the
Helldivers.
cost. And so this,
and I'm a PSN, like a PlayStation guy, my whole life, and I'm in full support of PlayStation. But the stuff that Helldivers did with with Sony for that game with that stuff, to me, was so stupid, so dumb.
This is really important because obviously the more things you can put on a weapon, or the more mods that you put on a weapon or a descendant, the more powerful.
Yeah, a lot of people did get they like offered, like they requested refunds on Steam, and a lot of people got their money back. Yep.
It's going to be. So having the cost of those things is really, really
But
powerful.
boy, they messed it up, man.
And so
Studios do it all the time, dude. It's, well, even 80 countries, man. Even the fact that it went up 20 more countries is insane. I don't know why you do that. That's so dumb. So dumb. All because they wanted, like Helldivers 2 wanted you to sign up with a PSN for whatever reason. Who knows? But now they have a literally dead game, because 35,000 players a day is dead. That is a dead game by all accounts. And I'm shocked that they even have that many people playing.
Basically, when any weapon, any descendant, you're adding things that are going to be increasing the damage, increasing the fire rate, whatever you want to build. You could build the weapon for crit. You could build it for...
Dude, that was the other one that I like to talk about a lot is how EA ruined Star Wars Battlefront 2 with pay to win. That game had so much potential, and they ruined it right off the bat. The game is like still dead.
High just weapon damage. You can build it for high elemental damage. The way that you build them is you're adding the...
Okay, guys, I'm going to have to finish watching this later, but greed is a big thing, yeah. But we are going to hop off, guys, and I'll finish watching this in my leisure time while this is finishing. Okay, cool. Let's see if it's running. Is it running? They have a patent now for pay to win. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. What is this? Oh, okay. Wait, what? Why is my encoder not? Oh, is this what happens when the encoder isn't working? Oh, no, I'm not doing that. Yeah, sure. Oh, it's an update to that? Okay, I got you. So I can't do anything until it's fixed, is what you're saying? I need that update? Enter an alternate path? Where do I put it? Make a new folder. Make a new folder. New folder. Do I have another drive? No, I don't think so. Not on this one, I don't. Do I need to rename it? I've never seen that pop up either.
Maybe restart your computer and see if it works once you do that.
I've never seen this before. To a folder containing the installation process or package. So I need to go get Microsoft Visual C++. Why don't I already have that? Huh. Microsoft C++. So I'll have to go download that, I guess. Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't know. Reinstall the game and change the folder. So it's in my Steam apps. Do I need to like, should I just uninstall or reinstall? Let's see real quick, just to be sure. Carfax.
It's just asking how was my recent service at Diablo.
Huh. Yeah, but shouldn't I already have C++? Uh, Alexandra, if you want the all the cool skins, then do the deluxe. Otherwise, you can just do the basic. Yeah, that was weird. Server maintenance. Game connection issues. Maintenance free patch notes for 7.2. That was today or yesterday. Yeah, but don't I already have C++ on this PC or no? Like, shouldn't it already come with the Windows? It should have already came with it, no? Yeah, that's what I mean. I got Windows 11. That's what I'm saying. Oh, I guess I could check Windows Update. Yeah, that's what I thought too, man. But I was like, there's no way I don't have it. That's weird. It could just be the server's not. Okay. All right, guys. Well, we're going to let this download, and then hopefully the system will update. I'll do a reset and just make sure everything's installed. And then we should be good to go whenever the servers come back up. But I'm going to hop off, guys. I really do appreciate everybody being here. We're going to have to figure out something to do with Diablo for the rest of the season until Season 5 starts. So... yes, we will be on tomorrow night as well, guys, and hopefully First Descendant is up. And if it is, we'll start some First Descendant and just kind of hang out with that. And then I think otherwise, guys, for Diablo, we'll just do a lot of community stuff. So if you guys have a lot of stuff that you guys need to get done, whether it's gear for your class or leveling up, etc., boss runs, we can always do that. So that'll be really cool. What's my friend code on here? I don't even know what my friend code is. Friends in chat. Somebody sent me a request. What's my friend code? Yeah, where do you find friend code? I don't even know on here. I don't see it.
Oh, there.
Oh, here it is. Friend code. There's my friend code, guys. Just go to your name. Send me a friend request, guys. Now I know where to find it. Excellent. I'm not getting any Ubers. I need to make 3 more classes to get Grandpa Pa or Ring of Starless Skies. Nice, Taurus. We can definitely grind that for you, man. Accept. I don't know who OMAD is. I don't know who that is. Oh, what the heck? Here we go. Add a friend. Your game started? Okay. It's almost done. But yeah, guys, I'm going to hop off. So we'll get everybody added up and then we'll play. So I appreciate everybody being here. Make sure to like the stream, guys. Don't forget to follow over on Twitch. There we go. Axel. Accept. Dragon. Nice. Perfect. And yeah, guys, I'll see everybody back tomorrow for another stream, guys. We'll probably be playing the First Descendant, or we'll be playing Diablo. So I'll see everybody tomorrow, guys. Have a great rest of your night. And as always, stay gaming, guys. I'll see everybody tomorrow. Peace.